Hotel for Dogs is one of those films that has been on my to-watch list pretty much since the film came out. This was released in 2009. And I finally got around to watching it, and I rather enjoyed it. It was very slow. I'd say it took a good half an hour for me to really get into it, but once it got going, I really enjoyed it. This is directed by Thor Freudenthal. It's written by Jeff Lowell, Bob Shuley, and Mark McCorkle, based on the book by Lois Duncan. I've never read the book. If you have any thoughts on that, please feel free to share. And it stars Emma Roberts and Jake T. Austin as siblings Andi and Bruce. We also have Don Cheadle as Bernie, and I was very excited to see that Lisa Kudrow is in this as Lois, and Kevin Dillon plays Carl. They are the foster parents of Andi and Bruce, and it's not a very happy placement, to put it mildly, and they obviously don't want to be there, but then something happens, and initially, they have a dog called Friday, this beautiful, beautiful dog. Their foster parents do not know about this dog, and the dog is in the house, and they realise they can't keep the dog there. So they end up hiding in an abandoned hotel, and then they bring in a couple of more stray dogs, and then some more, and eventually there are so many dogs. I have never seen so many dogs in one film. I would have loved to have been on that set. I can't even imagine how chaotic it would have been. According to IMDb, I don't know the source for this, but according to IMDb, nearly 70 dogs were involved in this film, which is absolutely incredible. And there are so many different breeds. So if you're a dog person, if you love dogs, you're absolutely going to love the animals in this. The hotel, I don't know. I'm assuming this was a set constructed for the purpose of this, but it also wouldn't surprise me if I found out this was a genuine abandoned hotel. There's no information about this on IMDb. So again, if anybody has any information on that, please feel free to share. And what's really lovely about this is, while it's also about saving stray dogs from an unfortunate outcome, it's also about finding a family in perhaps unlikely places, because Andi and Bruce don't fit in with their foster family. They don't feel like that's their forever family. When you realise what those foster parents are like, you wouldn't blame them for feeling that way. But as they spend time with these dogs, they start to find this family with the dogs and other people they meet as well along the way. And it's really moving, and it really shows just how much value dogs can bring to a person's life, and also how much value Andi and Bruce are bringing to the dogs' lives, because these are stray dogs. They are going to have a really unfavourable fate, but they save them with the hotel. But of course, keeping so many dogs in a hotel, you can't do that in secret forever. Surely somebody's going to find out about this. So I won't say what happens with that, but it's not all plain sailing. It is an absolute joy to watch, though. As I said, it was very slow for about half an hour, but once we got to the point of them finding this hotel and bringing the dogs there, things became really interesting. I think it became a lot more moving and a lot more emotional, and I rather enjoyed it. Was it worth the 15-year wait? I'd say so. I doubt I'd ever watch the film again, but I did really thoroughly enjoy it, and I came away feeling really satisfied with the film. And obviously we have a great cast and so many wonderful dogs, and it's a fun premise, but also really helps to raise awareness of two things. One, stray dogs can actually provide a lot of value and benefit, and they might not end up in the pound if people actually take the time to care for them. And the second is that, of course, not every foster placement is going to be with the children's best interests at heart. So it definitely explores a lot of important topics, and that's not to say it's a really heavy film. There's a lot of comedy in this, or a decent amount of comedy in this, to keep things light in general, but we do have some heavier scenes, and I rather enjoyed it. I thought Hotel for Dogs was a pretty good film, and if it sounds like it would appeal to you, then I definitely recommend checking it out.